On the surface, the life of a teenager appears to be full, but in reality, their lives are broken and messy, which leaves them feeling empty. God has sent us into the lives of teenagers to bring hope to the hopeless. When a leader shows up, it goes beyond the program. It's being their friend, knowing their name, and simply living life with them. This is what God has ordained so that kids might discover life with Him.
I'm Meredith Hall. I go to 7th grade at Art Middle School.
My name is Charlotte Ford and I am in 7th grade at Art Middle School.
I wanted to come to Wildlife because my sister, Lexi Hall, she introduced me to Meredith Richardson, and she told me about Wildlife, so I just really wanted to go. I felt like it would be a good way to interact with God.
I wanted to come to Wildlife because Meredith told me about it, and it sounded really fun, and I kind of wanted to get closer to God.
I love hanging out with Meredith because she's nice and she's really kind, and she's just a good leader, and she really understands you, and she really talks to you and makes you feel like you're almost like her sister, and it's really encouraging to have her around because she's a role model for me.
I like hanging out with Meredith Richardson because it's really fun, and it's just, we always have a good time and we laugh a lot, and I just love it.
I'm Meredith Richardson, and I am Meredith and Charlotte's wildlife leader. I first met Meredith a few years ago because I'm her older sister, Lexi's leader too, and I always remembered her because we have the same name. Last year, she started 6th grade and she started coming to Wildlife, and I met Charlotte a few months after that because Meredith invited her to come to camp with us at Windy Gap last year. I've loved being their leader. It's been a blast. I'm glad I get to be the one to walk with them as they grow in their faith, and I'm so thankful that they want to invite all their friends to Wildlife.
I first got to know Claude when I was in high school. We would go over to his house for campaigners every week. He would cook us barbecue and make some mac and cheese for us. We just got to learn about who Jesus was from Claude and see what a great role model he was for us. And that's what made me want to become a Young Life leader, because I saw how important it was for somebody to pour into somebody younger than them.
Hi, I'm Claude Davis, and I was Austin Hobart's leader. And I can remember when I first met Austin, he was this little skinny freshman, and I was finishing up with some actually senior boys, and a couple of years later became Austin's leader in Young Life. And it was really just a great experience. Had campaigners over at my house on Thursday nights, and we'd have anywhere from 4 to 10 guys, and Austin was a regular person there. I could always depend on him being there, but it was just neat for me to be able to share with them my life and my relationship with Christ, and be able to help them as they navigated through high school. And all the things that they had questions about. And it was just an awesome experience.
My name's Elena, and I'm in 8th grade, and I go to Newt Conover Middle School. Katia is my wildlife leader. Her personality, and she's herself, and she's very open, and if you need her, she's always quick to help you.
Hey, I'm Katia, and I am Elena's wildlife leader. I remember meeting Elena for the first time in the cafeteria, and she was all excited. She had a big group of people around her, and she was just laughing, and I was like, yes, this kid is about to be my best friend, because it reminded me of me when I was in middle school, and I remember how much I wanted to hear and know that somebody cared about me, and at camp, I got to be that for her. We got to have deep conversations that we wouldn't normally get to have, but we could because we were at camp and we were set up to start a great relationship. And I remember how I felt when I was getting that from Debbie Hobart, and I wanted to do that with another person.
Leaders are going where kids are to earn the right to talk to them about Jesus because they believe there's nothing more important. They are willing to walk into the mess and brokenness in their lives because they know what it's like to be lost. Leaders have experienced the transforming love of Christ and want nothing more than their high school, middle school, and college friends to know this love. That's why leaders invest their time and plant seeds. They want their friends to know the truth, and the truth is,
you don't have to have it all figured out.
You're not annoying.
It doesn't matter that your life is messy.
I'm sorry you feel like you have to be perfect.
I love being the one who gets to share Jesus with you.
You're more than the mistakes you've made.
When you see me, I hope you see someone who loves you and wants the best for you.
You are not alone.
I love spending time with you.
You don't have to be a slave anymore to
Body image, anxiety,
Drugs.
Alcohol.
God offers eternal hope.
He is the perfect Father.
He thinks you're worth dying for.
He's the one you've been searching for.
He will never leave you or forsake you.
He doesn't just love you, he likes you.
Jesus will never leave you. He is always there.
You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Jesus is always waiting for you with open arms.
He will redeem you and set you free.
God loved you so much that he led me to you, Carly.
Will.
Ashley,
Allie,
Javen.
Sally.
Jen.
Alex.
Kate,
Bella,
Josh.